Alright, so this is totally something different. We are sitting in the terminal on our way to board that thing, the Symphony of the Seas. On a cruise, never done it before, should be interesting. This is the port here on the right side. This is the walkway. Here's the ship sitting here on dock, and we're walking up the long walkway here to get up to the top of this ship. There's the first glimpse of it with lifeboats, and there we go. There's the ship. So more to come. Here we go. Here's the lifeboats. Symphony of the Seas. We don't want to be in that thing. We don't ever want to be in that thing. Here's the entry. You wouldn't really know it, but right now we're on the boat. We are in the boat. Crazy. Well, the party's already on. The music's going, people are drinking, people are eating. And we haven't even done anything yet. This place is crazy. Crazy. Here's the first shot of our stateroom. Pretty cool. And we got a little balcony here looking out over the ocean. Pretty sweet. You ever wondered what a bathroom looks like on a cruise ship? Here you go. Small but looking good. Full-size shower. Alright, I haven't done much of a tour of the ship yet. That's because we've been getting our bearings and walking around and getting oriented, but it's day 3 and we're still at sea on our way to Aruba. We'll reach it sometime tonight, overnight, maybe really early in the morning. But unlike the first 2 days, seas are a little choppy right now, so let's have a look. As you can see, we got some waves, and you can definitely feel it. The bed was rocking pretty good back and forth. The room's rocking pretty good back and forth. And Raylan's definitely feeling it. So given that it's going to be a relatively slow day, I'm going to take some video. This is the Promenade. This is right in the middle of the ship. You got your Starbucks right in front of me. On here we got a lot of stats about the ship. Also see our location. We are currently just past Haiti, heading towards South America. This place gets really busy at night, but right now it's pretty quiet. We got a few shops here in the middle. They put out purses and watches for sale. We got jewelry stores, and then there's a few restaurants and bars. Sorrento's is really good for pizza. It's open till 3 a.m. Lots of people go there. Copper Kettle is a bar. Serves good cocktails. There's a stage up there just above it. This is where there's live entertainment every night. And if you want to book your next cruise, we've got a little place here where you can do that. You got the Promenade, which is a restaurant. And then we got some guest services, and then right in front of me here we got the Rising Tide, which is a bar that sits here, but during the day when it's open it goes from sitting here to elevating itself up 2 decks, and it becomes a skylight bar, and then it comes back down and goes up and down regularly. So that's the main parts here of the central part of the ship. And right above us is Central Park. So anyways, we're gonna go to guest services because we're gonna have a couple questions. Oh, and here's the robot bar. We gotta get a couple questions answered, and then we'll continue the tour. So this is coming out of the main promenade area and into the open air at the back end of the ship. This is, you can get your hot dogs here, you got your carousel that starts up here at I believe at 10 a.m. Then they got a couple more restaurants and bars, and then the Abyss, which is a slide, dry slides. You slide in a sack, put your feet in a sack, and you slide down that. I've done that already. Super fun. And then right behind that is the Aqua Theater, where they perform an aqua show similar to what you'd see in Cirque du Soleil. We're going to go to that later on. So this is just one deck of 18. Alright, so now we're on the other end of the Abyss here. I'm right below it. This is the slide that you can take. And at the very aft end of the ship here is the Aqua Theater. This is where they have the show. And the climbing walls, which if I get brave enough at some point I might try to do. There's some on either side, but it seems to be like they only the ones on this one side are open right at the moment. And as I said before, we will be coming here to the Aqua Theater to watch the diving show if it's calm enough seas. Salarium on deck 15, and this is adults only after breakfast, and it's right at the front of the ship. So it's a good place to come if you want a little bit of quiet away from kids, but on a day like today when it's windy, it can still be pretty intense up here. There's a lower deck here, I'll show you that as well. And there you go. And there's, as you can see, some hot tubs that are here that you can sit in and watch the view up ahead. And this is as far front as you can get on the ship without taking a ship tour, which we are doing, and I'll show you why in a second here, because there's a helipad on the front end of the Symphony of the Seas for emergencies, and so you can't get out there. So there it is. So there's the bow, and there's the Big Blue, steaming on our way towards South America. We're looking back towards the ship here. And right behind this Salarium area, there is Salarium Bistro, which is a restaurant. We just had breakfast in there. It's a buffet type breakfast. And it was pretty good. Got a good variety of stuff. And so I'm gonna go meet up with the team and keep exploring. All right, continuing our tour of deck 15 here. Deck 15 is also the pool deck. We have not spent a lot of time here just because it's so busy. But there's a number of different pools, different kinds of pools. There's also the water slides. I'll show those in a second. But these chairs are always claimed really quick. And you can see how packed these pools are. There's, I think, 4 of them. They're all relatively small, and they all get filled up with people really fast. Here's the water slides off to my right. And this is midship area where the pools are. And this area is always crazy busy. In the center here overlooks the Central Park. So if I come down here, see the interior rooms with the interior balconies and Central Park down below. And then after the 4 pools, you continue back on deck 15 to the back part of the ship where they have the wave runners, the surf simulators, and the Abyss slide that slides down. So that's deck 15. We do not spend a lot of time here just because it is so busy. And just to give you guys a sense of how high this is, we're on 15. There's 2 floors above this yet, up to 17. But if you look down, way down, way down, it is a long ways down to the bottom. A very long way. And you can get all the way to deck 2. that's where the medical bay is. So only one we can't get to is deck 1. All right, we're down on deck 8. We were just up on 15, which is just up above there. You can see the railing and the water slide. Now we're down on deck 8. This is Central Park. And again, full of plants and there's more shops, more restaurants. Some of these restaurants you have to pay to eat in. They're not included in your package. And this giant glass thing just to my left here is basically the cover for the promenade down below. So if some light gets into the promenade, yeah, here's Jamie's Italian. You have to pay to go to that one. But another great place to get out of the wind, and so you can enjoy some sunshine. There's still some wind in here, obviously, but much less than there is up on the upper decks. And just gives you a sense when you're in here that you're not even on a ship. It feels like you're kind of walking in a courtyard of a building, which is pretty crazy. So big weeping wall here. Yeah, they're just getting set up for the day in a number of these places. And then again, looking back up to the water slide, and of course they've got clear plexiglass so that people can see down as they're sliding. Adds to the fear factor, I guess, a little bit. Alright, so another interesting feature here. We got the running track. This is on deck 5. And it goes around the entire ship, and there's a running lane on the right and a walking lane on the left. If you do 6 laps around the ship, it's a 4 miles or 4 kilometers, I can't remember. But it's marked one way, and there's markers along the way and a map, so you get a sense of how long you've walked. And there's also a few chairs at the very back here as we're just approaching the very the aft part of the ship. There's a few deck chairs where you can sit and watch the ocean, and also you get a view, the lowest view you can get of the back of the ship and the motors here, so I'll show you that in a second. Here you go.